the majority of these guys are scared of the girls. But I think Corbin's going to come back with somebody new. I think Sincere's definitely not coming back with somebody new. I'll bet you there's probably a thing in the contract for some of these people that if you're on Love Island, the production and the producers and the owners of the show might have a piece of what you do for the next year. Like, I bet you have to sign off everything.
Of course. Fuck you, you're a slam pig, I'm gonna fucking punch you in the nose, your husband's a liar.
When he asked the question with a straight face, what is a slam pig?
Right.
That was great.
That was it.
Boom!
Hello.
Welcome back to Rapaport'S Reality. My name is Michael Rapaport.
And I'm Kebe Rapaport.
And this is our podcast where we discuss all things reality TV, all things popular culture, and a few important tidbits about our relationship. We are smack dab in the middle of Love Island 2026.
Yeah.
Which we have shamefully, I mean, it's taken a turn. We talked so much shit after the first episode on this podcast about how it was degrading to society. It was the downfall to society.
Yeah, well, the emotional toll it's taken on both of our self-worth.
Yet we are captivated. We are watching it in real time. We are rewinding it. We are discussing. We are pausing. We are having dreams that have been inspired by Love Island.
That's right.
It's
true.
Fucking with our self-esteem, our self-worth.
Yeah. Listen, I could jump out, but
I don't think you can jump out.
Last night you put it on, and I was like, oh, we're doing this, because we almost cried ourselves to sleep the previous night.
Well, the thing is I will tell you that Casa Moore episode where the guys went to Casa Moore with another set of bombshells was riveting reality TV. It was so good, so frustrating, so just tintillating, so just every single thing that you want or don't want from reality TV. And we shut the episode and we were pissed that we watched it. We were pissed at each other. It was hard to make eye contact with each other because we were like, this is what we're doing. We were watching it in a beautiful hotel room in West Hollywood.
On my iPad.
On your iPad. So we were right up in the screen. The screen was right on the bed and we watched it. And we were so fucking angry afterwards, but also enthralled afterwards.
I don't agree. I don't think I'm as enthralled. Let me ask you a question. First of all, I think the word you meant to say is scintillating, not tintillating.
What's the difference?
I don't think there's a word called tintillating.
Scintillating is a word?
Scintillating.
Are you sure? You're not saying it with any confidence. Scintillating or tintillating?
I never heard of tintillating. Scintillating, I've heard scintillating, like it's pulls you in, scintillating. But tintillating, anyway. That being said, babe, we really came to sort of an agreement about not why, you were like, I feel the whole time you're saying, I feel bad. Like I need to take a shower. Why are we doing this? Why do you, because I know the answer because I did some research. I'm just going to test you on what's happening in the world and the word monoculture, because I chatted it and I had a long conversation with chat and the term was brought up, monoculture. Now, why do you think that this show is such a cultural phenomenon?
Beyond the Rapaport'S?
Yeah, beyond for us. I mean, because I think we're being sucked into a greater zeitgeist. Like what? Like
I could tell you why. I think number one, I think it's it's an outlet. It's like elevator music. It's like the greatest popular culture sort of, whether it's McDonald's, whether it's just, pop music. I think the inhibitions of the people. I think people are fascinated by the in my opinion, the faux sexuality, the faux intimacy of the show. I think the bright lights. I also think the Truman Show, the real-time aspect during the summer, the fact that you could watch it like however many times a week, 5 times a week, sometimes 6 times a week.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it.
And I think the simplicity of it, because as much as we watch it, you can skip 2-3 episodes and be up to speed. It's not like, Game of Thrones or The Sopranos where you're like, oh my God, I missed 4 episodes. I need to catch up. You might, there might be a coupling or a recoupling that you're not aware of. But in general, I think it's the simplicity of it. What does chat say?
Well, chat did a deep dive. Monoculture is something that we are all involved in. Examples are American Idol.
Right.
Game of Thrones. It's something that we all do at the same time. We all have the ability to stream on different things. There's so much to watch. There's so much out there. And when the culture zooms into one thing that we all can talk about in the morning at the water cooler, at work, or on TikTok, on social media, every podcast, every age, old and young, is talking about it.
Well, I can't imagine that there's that many people of our age and over watching this shit.
I think so. I think that's it.
Because that's a shame.
Just like American Idol went from like 5-year-olds to 95-year-olds.
Yeah, but that's at least got singing.
But this is gaming culture in one show. You're not watching it. You're in it. Because immediately you can vote. You get to decide who stays on.
I'm so curious to how many people vote.
I bet you a ton.
Wow.
But a ton of people vote.
And also it's worldwide.
Right.
So even though it's Love Island USA.
Right. That's right. We wouldn't watch it. It would probably have half the audience if it came on once a week.
For sure.
And I say it's the colors of the set. I say it's the music. I say it's the voiceover. If you took out the Ian guy's voiceover, it wouldn't be the same show. Even sometimes when you're not even listening to him. Sometimes you catch it like what
you're not paying attention deeply to any of it.
I know, but I notice like he'll say a joke and there'll be a beat or two before you laugh.
Yeah.
Because you're not really caught up in what he's saying, but it's like necessary to drive it, to move it along.
Little filler.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Now, you mentioned Casa Amor.
Oh, man.
Who do you think?
That fucking episode was great.
So, see,
I saw on social media, because social media, if social media says it means it's important and right.
Right.
They said Casa Amor saved this season of Love Island. Like, it was sort of flailing.
I would agree.
And then Casa Amor happened, and it was just like it did exactly what it needed to do for the show and for the cast.
But I always say it's supposed to do that. Like,
yes.
I always said, babe, remember last time we got really freaked out? Why are we watching this until they went to Casa Amor? I mean, because it stirs up the relationship. It tests the relationship that these people have already established and sees what works. But I'm going to ask you this. What guys on the guy side do you think are going to come back with somebody new?
Good question. I think the majority of these guys are scared of the girls. But I think Corbin's going to come back with somebody new. I think Sincere's definitely not coming back with somebody new. I think that Casey, if he's bold, will come back with somebody new. Bieber's definitely not coming back with somebody.
We call him the Temu Bieber. That's not very nice, but I made up the name because he looks like Justin Bieber.
That's not a bad comparison. It's like, the Temu Brad Pitt. If you're like the Temu Brad Pitt or the bootleg Brad Pitt, at least your comparison is Brad Pitt.
He's cute, but Bryce is his name. Bryce is definitely seems like he's not.
He's spooked.
I don't know about Bryce. I think he wants to win.
That's the thing also.
Yeah.
When you think about the winning aspect of it, that's the shit that's for me that watches the shows, that for me that participated in Traitors, like I just can't, like when I was saying to this the other day, when we were on Traitors, it's like allegiances and alliances were formed clearly for the game.
Yes.
But you didn't have to make out with anybody, stick your tongue in it. You didn't have to feign.
I know.
Like love, like you could feign like liking the person. You could kind of use them. But it's another thing to feign that you are in love with the person, that you're developing feelings for the person. That's some wild shit that I wasn't good at doing it on Traitors. This is a different level.
No, this is a different level. And
of manipulation and bullshit.
Well, it also speaks to our lacking of intimacy in our culture where you can just You can do that, like, so easily.
But the thing about this, and that's different on Traitors, like at the end, like this past season, Snake Charmer Rob told Bird Brain Mora, like he confessed, like, you know, he was a traitor. She screeched and cried, and then they went on. Do you think these couples, like, they trick it off? Like, obviously Leah and Miguel from 2 seasons ago they're still a couple, so they're not faking it. But do you think these couples have some sort of weird agreement, like, yo, we'll just fake it till we make it, and we're like America's sweethearts? Because, like I said, on Traitors at the end, all truths lies are told, and then you move on.
I think that's the rumor with Nick and Olandria from that same season of Leah and Miguel, because they're rarely seen together, and they both have humongous careers now. He's a DJ, she's a model, influencer all over the world. I think people keep harping on the fact that they think that's maybe what they're doing, and I disagree, because I think, well, they're already set in their careers. It's been 2 years now, and they can break up if they want to. So I don't know.
Are they saying they're still together?
You know, the thing is that her last interview that I read, she's not really saying.
Ooh.
She's pissed off that people are even questioning, which is, to me, a dead giveaway that they're not together. But that being said, I don't know. That's the problem I'm having with the show, because, you know, it was sort of a happy accident when we watched that season, Leah and Miguel's season, who I just adore that couple on TikTok.
Yeah.
I sometimes just go on TikTok to see what they're doing. I think they're adorable and totally in love and right for each other.
Yeah, they seem like
they're very right for each other. So I don't know. I'm having a problem watching the show because of the gaming aspect, because I'm not trusting that everybody's on it for the right reason. A lot of them are too young to even be really concerned with
You're
true
21
love. Yeah,
years
22
old.
years old. What do you care?
It's really bugged out.
Yes.
But I will say that in terms of reality TV moments across the board, that little Kenzie, when she went into some sort of twerking split spaz as a protest.
Yeah, she crashed out in the splits.
That was one of the great moments on. I mean, she thought that it was some sort of defiance, like the splits were some sort of act of defiance.
I'll show you.
It was a revolution. It was like a revolutionary splits. They weren't just splits for the sake of splits.
The Norma Ray of splits.
Yeah,
protest.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
And the guys in it's just fun, man. It's just fun. It's bugged out. It's fascinating to watch. I will also say that even though the landscape of television has changed in terms of summer programming, it just is very, very, very appropriate for the summer.
Yes.
Because in the summer you sort of check out.
And the bikinis of it all.
All of this shit.
Yeah, sure.
And all that stuff. So, I mean, we're having, regrettably, despite the fact that we said we were cashing out, we were having a fucking really good time watching this season of Love Island, which again is apparently a worldwide smash hit.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I'll tell you a quote that chat gave me.
Okay.
I've never done this before.
I love that you're like referring to like it's like CBS or
like I just thought it was funny because I've never ever done this before, but I'm so tired and you're like, think about what we're going to talk about on the podcast. Anyway, it
Don't
says,
share behind the pre-production meeting.
Sorry,
babe.
guys. We are an open book here. Full transparency. It says, is Love Island actually a dating show or is it the last truly communal television experience left? And I think that's like the weirdest question to have asked you because I don't know how many communal television programs have existed other than American Idol, right?
It was game shows back in the days, you know, when the game
like The Price is Right. I mean,
you know, like when you'd be watching them in real time, but this is something different.
That's why I think it's so special. Because it adds all the elements that appeal to us as human beings, like the competitive spirit, love. It's sort of, you know, the salacious sexualness of it, the voyeurism,
yes,
beauty,
yeah, all of it.
Like it's really a trip in one show.
Somebody, I don't know who created this show. Somebody is laughing all the way to the fucking
That's
bank.
right.
Like you thought this was a stupid idea. You thought this was lowbrow. You thought this, that, and the third. Ha ha, fucking ha.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing is just marketed hair products. I mean, the star. I'll bet you there's probably a thing in the contract for some of these people that if you're on Love Island, the production and the producers and the owners of the show might have a piece of what you do for the next year. Like, I bet you have to sign off everything.
Of course. And also there's product placement in here.
Music.
You got the QR code at the end to purchase. Like, it's really a machine. And it's a part of me I can't stand that I'm watching. I really can't. I'm not kidding. Even last night, you were like back in it. And there was a part of me that was like, had one foot out. I just.
Babe, you're not telling me the truth. We watched that Casa More episode. You were staggered. Here's the thing, babe.
I mean, I think...
Here's the thing. We went from calling it elevator music where you don't really need to pay attention, you could skip a beat, to watching where it's like, pause. If the door rings, pause. If a phone rings, pause. Have to go to the bathroom, pause. Like, it sucked us in.
I know, but I don't really do anything like that. Like, even when we're watching, sometimes you're like, Below Deck, it's so, like, good because it's really, you're just not too invested. And that's not true. I'm invested. If I daydream or pick up my phone, I will rewind. One last question for you, babe.
About Love Island?
About Love Island.
Okay.
So, since we're so in the monocultural conversation and we don't want to be left out.
Is this a new term, by the way?
I don't know.
Monoculture?
It's coming up a lot. I don't know. I like using it, though. It's funny. So, babe, here's the thing.
Yeah, I like using big words that confuse people. Like, I like that. I need to start doing that more.
Yeah, here's the thing. You know, you say that I don't want to argue on the fact that I'm really into it, but what I will admit more so is that I don't want to be left out. That's what a monocultural thing does. It makes you feel like the next day everybody's talking about it. You want to know what they're talking about.
But when you say everybody, our world in regards to everybody, specifically reality, well, you know, in the elevator, our neighbors, coffee shop, on the streets, people want to talk to me about it.
Yes, it's big. Here's the thing. If we're going to jump in and continue the rest of the 24 episodes that are still remaining.
Is there 24?
No, I think there's probably 15. It goes on forever.
Shit.
Well, maybe less.
15 seems right. 3 weeks.
Right. But I'm also including, last time we watched the whole season, we did not watch the After Sun.
I don't need to watch that. I can watch that on speed dial. That shit's not that good.
We watched one episode because we wanted to see
Sierra and Soul because her thing was controversial.
Yes, and we watched it and
nothing. They not Andy Cohen. The way they have the show, they're not Andy Cohen.
I'm not feeling it.
You know, it ain't that good.
No.
And you know, it's too close for comfort. And you know, you got to be realistic and honest. As fun as Soul, as fun as Sincere, as fun as all these people might be edited on the show, to sit there and be interviewed, these are still regular people.
Totally.
They've never done an interview.
Right.
And Sierra and Teffy, the other girl, like, they're new to it. And it's like, I don't care how it's Queen Sierra, she's having her moment, blah, 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 blah. Hosting a show and carrying a show for 30 minutes is a different thing.
Totally.
So I think the After Sun, God bless the people that want to watch the After Sun. Right now, I don't need to see that again.
I just was curious to see if you're in it like that because you seem to.
Nah, I ain't
honestly,
in it like that.
If we didn't watch it until the end of the summer, I
don't even need to watch the reunions. The reunions are always shit. Do we know who's hosting the reunion this year?
I don't know. I even forgot that because we never watched the reunion.
They're never that good. They're never as. It ain't Housewives reunion.
Like, put it this way. The spin-off show from the season of cast that we love, we didn't even watch it.
No. And
right.
I don't think anybody is.
Yes.
It's when they're... Listen, God bless those editors. Those are the MVPs. The filmmakers and the showrunners and the editors that are chopping the footage and putting it out at rapid speed. I can't even imagine the overload and the workload and the amount of hours that they're putting in because you're doing it in real time. And there's so many different storylines and so many different conversations and the music and the building. And there's so many cameras all over the place. I just don't even know how they do it. I'm fascinated by that.
Right. You pointed out to me, babe, that there was one scene or conversation that lasted an entire song.
Yeah, 3 minutes. They do those montages with the songs and
I don't think people realize how hard that is to do, to sync something up.
If you're doing a montage for a song in a film, this is like days and days and days. They're like smashing that shit together. People are like, well, that shit's very good storytelling.
Yes.
Speaking of reunions, babe, let's pivot out to Episode 1, Reunion 1 of Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Where do you stand on this show?
Well, where do I
feel like
stand?
It's exploitive.
Here, let me do this for you. I could do a wrap-up of the entire season. Fuck you, you're a slam pig. I'm going to fucking punch you in the nose. Your husband's a liar. That's it. The end.
Pump and dump.
Period.
You're a pump and dump.
Pump and dump. No, my question
Sally
to
the
you,
Slammer.
my question to you would be: do you want to pump or do you want to dump Housewives of Rhode Island? Because I'm feeling like, I swear, babe, I'm like, we can only do so much, and like, I'm really into House of Dragons. I only have so much time.
You're deep into that.
I love.
Tell people that you went rogue and you're watching House of Dragons on your own. Like, where that's not. This is
you
like
don't like those.
You have
kind
your
of
own
shows.
relationship with this show. It has nothing to do with me.
You didn't like. You don't like these shows,
I don't fuck
babe.
with dragons, dinosaurs.
You don't fuck with British accents.
Ghouls.
Yeah, I get it.
They got all this is spooks, magicians, jugglers.
I love Game of Thrones. I'm very into House of Dragons.
I love that you are.
I really love it.
I support it.
So anyway, I love me a period piece. Anyway, so when I'm watching Rhode Island, like I'm watching the reunion, I cannot believe that I'm watching this show.
It makes Love and Hip Hop look like The Godfather.
Totally. Like I'm like, where do we go from here? And I have a question.
I don't know.
Out of that cast, do you think, or who do you think is coming back?
I think they have to bring them all back.
Right. Season 2, they got to bring them all back.
I don't think there's one distinguished standout star.
No.
I think Liz and the other girl, is it Alicia?
Alicia, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're the two best, obviously. Obviously, Slam Pig, Pump and Dump, all that stuff was good, but
I love a cracker.
That's all.
Okay, cute.
Cute,
but like, I love a cracker does not make a show.
How can I be super engaged with the Real Housewives of Rhode Island when I'm sitting there watching Andy Cohen? He doesn't seem like he wants to be there at the union. He seems like it's plug and play.
Yes, but you said I thought that too, and you said perhaps it's his pattern with a new cast because they're not stars yet. It's the new thing out. Maybe he doesn't even know if they're going to make it that
He's
far.
He's a downloader. He wants to, once he figures out like what you are, what you mean to him and how you register to, and apparently the ratings are doing good.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like he has them all under control. He doesn't have to worry about any scandals. They're new. They want to do the season 2. They're all signed on to season 2. He has nothing to wrangle on. He's just kind of plug and play. He's plug and play hosting it.
You could tell. He didn't seem that interested in the union. So I was like,
when he said pump and dump and he said, when he asked the question with a straight face, what is a slam pig?
Right.
That was great.
That was it.
Because he did ask with a straight face.
That's true.
Like it was a normal term.
Yeah,
and that is why he gets paid the big bucks. Because if you could sit there with a straight face and say, well, can you explain what a slam pig is? As if you're doing 60-minute style journalism.
It's true.
This was good.
Yeah.
But he doesn't seem like he's that captivated by them or interested in them. There's no one there. Like, he likes a cute guy. Obviously, there's no cute guys on the, there's nothing there that's really getting his attention.
Okay, this question for you. What would I have to do for you to put a tracker on my car? I don't have a car, but if I did.
If I ever felt the need to put a tracker on your car, I would just call a divorce lawyer.
Right. So do you think this couple, Rula and her husband, are going to come back? Because...
Yes. I think this whole group is coming back.
And so this couple, how do you feel about the story? I don't know. I just like, even asking the questions like, how do you feel about the story? It doesn't even matter. Like these people, to me, are insufferable. I think they're funny. I think the accents are funny, but I'm like...
What is this?
What is this?
I know.
Because think about it. The Alicia girl had a real thing with her husband wanting to be they're not married. It's been 9 years. She helped him develop a business. If something happened and they weren't together, she'd be left alone. So we had a little bit of her making a whiteboard of like pitching to him why she's worthy, which is crazy to me. But like, other than that, like, what are we getting here?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's dark. I like the fighting to a certain point, but then when you're watching the fighting, you want to be invested in the people that are fighting. And I feel like this is white trash. No disrespect, respectfully. Yes. This is just pure, straight white trash. And, I would say we're not at Love and Hip Hop levels of It's just
no.
That doesn't mean we're checking out. We watched season 1. It was 10 or 12 episodes, and we're on to season 2. I know now we have New York Next Gen.
Yes.
I know now we have a girls' trip reunion with like every Real Housewives ever. And we'll watch those shows. I feel like both of us are in a post New York Knicks championship season downer. We're wearing our bootleg Knicks jerseys and shirts.
We both I had mine on earlier, but yeah, this shirt you have on right now has got, it's definitely illegal.
Oh no, this is a bootleg.
No, but I mean illegally in terms of fashion. It's horrible.
Oh, it's horrendous.
Like 7 sizes too big. Also,
that's but I was reading a whole thing about why bootlegs are always the best.
Really? Why?
I don't know. They said because they could use images. I don't know. I personally don't like it. I don't like this bootleg T-shirt that I'm wearing now is heavy
and they're itchy.
It's thick. I like a light Pima.
It's so thick and I think it's real cotton, but it's like it's sitting on your body in a way that a T-shirt should not.
Right. It has a life of its own.
The one you like that you got me, the collar is like very high. It's almost.
But you like your bootleg T-shirt.
Yeah, because I love Jalen Brunson.
And it's light. I got it purposely for you because it's not as heavy.
It's a little lighter than that one.
What I'm wearing now is like a sweatshirt, sweatshirt
you
material.
You said that bootleg is cooler probably than even.
That's what it said on the internet. Who
in
the
like a
fuck
vintage
knows?
way?
Who the fuck knows? Who knows? When I say they say, I heard, it's the internet.
Yeah, okay.
I saw on Twitter. I saw on Instagram, those things. And then finally, what we're also deep diving right now is Atlanta. And it's not like we're Debbie Downers. I don't want to sound like we're Debbie Downers because we go 2 thumbs up with Love Island. We go on Rhode Island. And then Atlanta, I'm kind of like...
I was saying to you, there's no cohesiveness within the friend group at all. Like you see the rift between, Shamia and Portia. They're not friends and you feel that. Then you got K. Michelle coming in trying to find her alliances. Phaedra's back on, which we would think Phaedra rescues the show along like Kenya would or Sheree would. And she's not doing anything. They're kind of using her as like the town crier who comes in who says a little bit in her confessionals. But I got to tell you, aside from that 6 to 8 minute fight with
Angela
and Pinky, Bigfoot and Smurf.
Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean or AKA Smurf.
Those are their words, by the way. Kebe is not calling her Bigfoot.
I'm just going along with the show.
You're quoting.
I'm quoting the show. I'll tell you.
We love Angela Oakley.
I'll tell you that other than that fight and this last episode of Portia teaching Drew how to eat a chicken wing, which I'm conflicted about. As a black woman in America, another black woman showing her how to clean a chicken bone. Okay. I don't know what's interesting about this season.
I know. Aside from the fact that we know them, but it's like we don't I don't know. I agree. Like normally I'm captivated by every episode of Atlanta.
Same.
But it's just, I don't want to feel like these women are just on there getting a check.
Yes.
Because they're phoning it in. I don't want to say they're at that point, but like, I don't know. I mean, this is going to be the trouble creating the reality shows going forward because they know what
people in the world know what they're going to do when they get on a show.
They know the end game.
Yeah, it's frustrating for me. I mean, we watched an episode and the last half of that whole episode was a fake basketball game with Oak as the referee, and I was like, come on. No, come on. You think we're dumb? Like, it just doesn't feel like the old days of reality TV, a la Housewives of New York City or New Jersey early on. I want to get back to that. I want to know family drama. I want to see some real stuff.
It's getting harder and harder.
It's getting harder to do. So, we'll see.
Only have, Scandival and West Wilson, Amanda, Sierra, that's lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
And they obviously captured it.
Although, before we leave, babe, I just want to pull in the Valley because remember we shitted on the Valley when it first came out? And I'm telling you, this show is giving because we're seeing real life shit here.
That's real life shit.
And that's
the thing.
Yes.
Is it too dark because it's real life?
I know. I think we have to be satisfied.
It is real.
We have to be satisfied and appreciate it. When we bounce over and we look at
Kristen Doty, man.
Right.
You could say what you want about Kristen Doty, but she
gives it. All.
She's like, in terms of like a comparison, she's like a Charles Oakley. Like she gives blood and guts every single time.
She's telling the truth. Like
it might not be pretty. It might be messy. It might be cryy. It might be postpartum. But from when she first came on to Vanderpump Rules to every episode through the Valley, she gives the whole shit.
Yeah, but that postpartum and that mom and the relationship and the guy wanting sex, this is real life stuff.
I agree.
And it makes for more interesting television where we can relate and we can have compassion.
Totally agree.
And we can be supportive fans. But just sitting there watching.
It's the antithesis of Love Island.
Yes.
In terms of like what you're getting and what you're watching, what you're liking. And I guess to each his own. And every show has its own sort of color and own sort of vibe and own sort of soundtrack. And again, shout out to the entire cast of the Valley, particularly Dodie, because she takes a lot of shit on social media.
Oh, yeah.
And she's going through it and she keeps coming back.
Yeah,
and you got to respect all of them. Fucking Brittany, even that fucking Danny and his wife. I mean, they're showing us real shit.
Yes, I shipped that.
You shipped it.
I learned that.
Ship that to me. Anyway, make sure you subscribe, rate, review Rapaport's Reality, and follow us on Instagram at Rapaport's Reality. Love you, babe.
Love you, babe.